Hello everybody! Welcome to another update video. I haven't done one of these in a little while actually, and well, usually actually when it comes to sort of general update stuff, I generally try and sort of stick it into the beginning of one of those mailbox videos I do. So if you don't already watch those, it's probably a good idea to try and go ahead and watch like the first maybe like 10-15 minutes of those sometimes, just to make sure there isn't any important info in those things that I've discussed, because I usually do that right at the start before I move on to the questions. So if you're not interested in any of the questions and all that bollocks, then, you know, tune in for the first 10 minutes, and if there's anything important, give it a listen. But anyway, at this time, I've got way too much shit to discuss to be squadged into the beginning of a mailbox video, so I'm going to go ahead and make it a whole separate thing. So, yeah, and here we are in Skyrim, and that's Claudius there, stood at the top of the Skyforge, looking out at High Hrothgar, presumably. He's having a bit of a rest after his previous ordeal, but we'll get back to him later. Right now, he's not what we're here to discuss. So, first thing, you will have undoubtedly noticed that the channel has had a bit of a name change. Now, there are a bunch of reasons for that. And I did actually warn people it was coming ages ago. I did say, after I got settled in at university, the channel was getting a name change. Now, obviously, a lot of you don't follow me on Twitter, and therefore you probably didn't have a bloody clue. So, I'm telling you now, the channel's getting a name change. And yes, it's permanent. Why? Well, first of all, the reason I was able to do it, actually, ironically, is because of Google+. People really hate this Google Plus integration with YouTube, and, you know, rightfully so. I think it's kind of so stupid, really, the way they've done it, forcing it on everyone like this. You know, that really kind of clashes with my general philosophy when it comes to this sort of thing. I mean, when you look at all the programs I use, in all the websites I use, like Facebook, Twitter, you know, Steam, whatever. I use all of them because I chose to use them. You know, nobody's forced me to use these things. I used them because they were there, and I found them useful and decided, you know, screw it, I'm going to have to go, and I'm going to sign up. Whereas what YouTube are doing, they're not doing that. You know, they're not saying, here is Google Plus, you may use it if you want, and here's why you might like to use it. They're saying, here, you must now use Google Plus. You have no choice in the matter. And yes, any dissension is verboten. But whatever, it's their website, I guess they can do what they want. And certainly now that they fixed a lot of the early nonsense that was happening with it. I still, by the way, can't figure out how you're supposed to unmark comments from being spam. That still seems to be broken, and I'm very annoyed about it, but, you know, whatever. I've managed to get emails coming back into my email account for new comments coming off my videos, so that's okay. As far as that's concerned, everything's largely back to normal. So there's nothing to worry about there. I know some people are annoyed about the YouTube in not having an inbox itself anymore, and you just having that bell notification thing, and yeah, fair enough, that is kind of annoying. But to be fair, the YouTube inbox was actually broken to begin with anyway, prior to this whole Google Plus update. Some people don't maybe realise it, but I did, because I get email updates about comments. Now, my YouTube inbox, it didn't take me long to figure out it wasn't displaying all the comments I was getting, because all the comments I was getting were being displayed in my Hotmail inbox, you see. So I never used that to begin with, because it's broken. I like a lot of things on YouTube at the minute. God knows how long it's been. They still haven't fixed the bloody subscriber feeds on the main page yet, but whatever. It's YouTube being YouTube as usual. But anyway, one thing it did allow me to do was finally change my username, which is actually kind of useful, actually, because prior to this, Google were really strict about that. They just wouldn't let you do it at all. Now, why have I changed my username? Well, obviously, Sorcerer Dave. Most of you will probably know what that's a reference to, but I've used that for quite a while before, actually. It's also my War Thunder username, so, you know, as you probably will have noticed if you watch my War Thunder videos. And it's got a lot to do with War Thunder, actually. Basically, going back now, some time ago, I discovered another YouTuber who's also partnered with the TGN, so we're both on the same network. We're both sort of compatriots, I guess, in a way. And his username isn't actually... His username's actually Bohemian Eagle or something, because he created his account long before he actually started making YouTube videos. So, but he's actually called The Mighty Jingles, and occasionally I refer to him in in the mailbox videos I do, because people sometimes ask me questions about it and stuff like that. And he's been doing this for a amount longer than I have. And he's a lot more popular than I am as well. And he basically makes War Thunder and World of Tanks videos. He does some Skyrim videos as well, actually, from time to time. They're not as popular as War Thunder and World of Tanks stuff, though. But feel free to check it out anyway. And he's a fantastic bloke. And as soon as I discovered that there was another channel out there called The Mighty Jingles, because at the time my channel's tagline was The Mighty Jingles, and I swear to God, I was not copying in any way whatsoever. It was just pure mad cosmic coincidence that we both happened to think of the same thing. And I sent him a message saying, "Oh Christ, good of TGN to not tell us that there are two people with the same name, but fine." And I offered to change my channel name, because he'd obviously been doing this longer than I had, and that seemed fair to me, really. And he was very, very chivalrous about it, and he said, no, don't bother. It's absolutely fine. Our content is so different, it shouldn't matter anyway, and, just don't worry about it. However, that was quite some time ago. He had probably, I think, about 3,000-ish subscribers. I was sitting around 1,000-ish subscribers, and obviously things have changed quite a bit since then. I'm now sitting on around 13,000 subscribers, and he's actually sitting on something ridiculous like 150,000. Yeah, things have changed a bit since then. I mean, we're both a lot more popular. And I've had plenty of messages and emails from people saying, "Oh, did you know there's another Jingles on the YouTubes?" And I was like, "Yes, I do. I've spoken to him." And the thing is, at the time, yeah, okay, it's been fun for a while because, yeah, we were doing different content. But now, as you've undoubtedly noticed, I've actually started to get into War Thunder, and actually to a lesser extent World of Tanks as well, although I almost certainly won't be doing World of Tanks videos. Unless there's some ridiculously unforeseen huge demand for it, I won't be doing them. But I am enjoying War Thunder a lot, and I really enjoy making War Thunder videos. And what I'd ideally like to be doing, actually, is sort of promoting those videos a little bit, actually. And because you do that, you go onto the War Thunder forums and you say, "Hey, look, I make videos. Come and watch them, see if you like them." And the thing is, with my username being Jingles, I can't really do that because it's gonna just we know what people are like on the internet. Hey, you're just copying other Jingles. Look, you even have the same username. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Normally, in an ideal world, this wouldn't be a problem because people would be intelligent enough to realise that that's not, that shouldn't be an issue at all. But unfortunately, this is not an ideal world, and the internet is renowned for its high proportion of assholes and window lickers and general idiots and morons. And so you sometimes have to work around that, and this is one of those cases. So, yeah, name change. Henceforth, I shall be known as Sorcerer Dave, which is actually a username I've had for quite some time, almost as long as because I have different usernames on different websites and different games, and I've had Sorcerer Dave for quite some time, actually. The Dave character from the Legend of Dave videos I put up nicked that from my old username, basically. That's where that comes from, the whole Dave thing. So yeah, it's nothing new to me changing my name to Sorcerer Dave, but obviously it's going to be new to you lot, and I'm sure it'll take a bit of getting used to, but whatever. Look, I mean, I don't really mind. You guys can just go ahead and call me Jingles if you like. I will not give a single damn. It's just an official thing. Officially, the channel's name is Sorcerer Dave now, but you can call me Jingles if you so wish. I don't really care. So yeah, anyway, there you go. That's the name change business. So yeah, I want to be doing more War Thunder videos, and this was a kind of necessary step. And I think it eventually would have been something I maybe had to do anyway, because as this channel gets more popular and his gets more popular, yeah, things start to clash. And well, yeah, you know how it is on the internet, interwebs. So yeah, that had to go. Jiggles 1215 is no more. He's been executed by order of the Thalmor. So moving on. Yes, War Thunder. Going to be doing more War Thunder stuff. But you know what, I'll talk a bit about that more later, actually. So yeah. What's up next? What's up next? Right, yeah. Well, since the channel is now called Sorcerer Dave, it would make perfect sense for me to actually upload some more Dave-related content, would it not? For those of you who don't know, and I'm sure there's plenty who don't, because not all of you do turn up to our live streams, and yeah, that's fair enough. I don't turn up to a lot of people's live streams. I wish I could. Basically, Dave is this other character I have on Skyrim, who is completely nuts. It's my character I go to when I need to blow off some steam and do something a bit ridiculous, when I really can't be bothered to deal with Claudius, because it's a little bit more serious with the whole roleplay aspect. Now, Dave is a high elf wizard who is thoroughly evil. That's his thing. He's a Thalmor wizard that is batshit insane, crazy evil. And he runs around sort of disintegrating Talos worshippers. That's kind of his thing, and he eventually intends to rule the world someday. First the Almeri Dominion, then the world, basically. That's his plan at the minute. Unfortunately, he's completely inept, you know. I've done a few live streams with him. Playing him on, you know, live on Twitch TV, and people seem to absolutely love it for some reason. So, and I haven't been able to do any more of those recently, those live streams, because the internet here has been absolutely rubbish. However, things are going to change soon. We got a letter through our door recently from the landlord, and basically our internet's finally getting upgraded to a fibre optic connection. Now, we don't really know exactly what that's going to entail as far as speed and reliability goes, but the main thing is our routers are getting replaced finally, which is the main thing, because I think most of the problems with our internet at the minute revolve around those routers. I don't know when they've been replaced, if ever. Generally speaking, at home I will replace my router maybe once a year, sometimes twice. Because those things just burn out and become useless. They naturally do that. It's one of those things. You just have to replace it every now and again. And unfortunately, the ones here, I don't think they've been replaced in years and years and years. And as a result, the internet here is always cutting out. The router is malfunctioning. You constantly have to reboot the damn thing, reboot the whole network in the house. It is an absolute nightmare. But hopefully soon that's going to change, and hopefully as well I'll get a bit of a speed boost as well, because it's fibre optic, you know. We're on BT, so I would expect it to be a decent fibre optic package, even if it's one of the low-end ones. It should still be better than what we've got now. So that means a whole bunch of things. Possibly, it means, or quite probably means, that I can actually do some live streams again, including Dave. And if not, then I'm probably going to do some Dave videos on YouTube. But my hope is I can live stream it again. That'll also, for those of you curious, mean that hopefully I can start live streaming Stalker again. Because a lot of people really enjoyed that, myself included. So that was good fun. Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl with the Oblivion Lost mod. Good fun. And hopefully we'll be able to see some more of that as well in the future. So yeah, internet's going to get upgraded. Something to look forward to, hopefully. Now, recently I've not put a lot of videos up at all, and I do apologise for that. The reason for that at the minute is that I have a rapidly approaching deadline for my university work, and I'm working my socks off really trying to meet it at the minute, and I just have no time for recording videos. I'm going to try and get maybe one or two up in the next week or two, but don't expect miracles from me here. I'm really busy working. I'm sure you guys can understand and appreciate that. So yeah, that's just a general heads up. That's why there's been very, very rarely any kind of uploads from me at the minute, in addition to all my problems with the internet here anyway. Got a bit of a deadline coming up, so yeah. What I am going to do though is I've decided I still have a big old stockpile of old Baldur's Gate videos that I recorded quite some time ago, or many months ago, and never got around to uploading. And those things are very, very quick and easy to upload, so I can kind of spam you guys with quite a few of those things until I eventually run out. In fact, I've still got some Baldur's Gate footage that needs to be rendered, believe it or not, sitting around on my external hard drive. So I can give you some more Baldur's Gate in the next sort of week or so. So expect to see a lot of that, I think. Short little 20-minute videos, but I'll endeavour to upload maybe more than one of those a day at least. So expect to see some more of Marcus, the world's grumpiest little sod of an adventurer. God bless him. And if you haven't watched any of my Baldur's Gate videos, then now's probably a good time to start. The playlist is on my main channel page, and it'll also be in the playlist section, blah 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 blah. It's me playing Baldur's Gate, as you can imagine, and I do it in a style that's vaguely similar to the way I do my Elder Scrolls Let's Plays. So I try to roleplay the character, and he has a journal, which you occasionally get a journal video for and stuff like that, a bit like we did with Idris in the Oblivion Let's Play. As again, will be coming in the future. Guys, you need to stop pestering me about this. I've told you again and again. It's on its way. I just can't tell you when exactly at the minute, because I don't have time to make any. But there you go. So anyway, yeah. I've been making plans for the future of this kind of channel as well, a bit recently. Since I've gotten to university, I've kind of realised something very actually quite important. For those of you who don't really know how it works, at least here in the UK, when we go to university as students, we apply for, most of us anyway, unless we're incredibly wealthy and we can pay off all our fees out of our own pocket, which is very few people. What you do is you apply for a loan and a grant from the government, and they will give you a certain amount of money based on your parents' income or your own income or whatever, like all that kind of rubbish. That's supposed to last you and keep you alive, basically, through your university education. Now, unfortunately, in the UK, the system is a bit broken, to say the least, and doesn't really work very well, and unfortunately the current government is trying to make that even worse. Basically, what I was given, essentially, a whole bunch of money, a couple of £1,000 that was supposed to get me through to February. And you might think, oh, that's fine. A couple of £1,000, a couple of grand, that's more than enough to get you through to February. Well, that's not including rent, unfortunately. Student loans don't take your rent into account whatsoever when they're calculating how much money they should give you. And as a result, because where I'm living is actually quite expensive, unfortunately, when all the rent was deducted from my my bank account, I was left with about £500 to last me to February from September, which is a bit ridiculous. I could probably not starve to death on it, but I wouldn't be able to do anything other than not starve to death on it. So that money kind of went away quite quickly. And what I've realised is that actually I am effectively now living off YouTube. I am. The money that comes in, and unfortunately I can't tell you how much, but because it's part of my TGN contract, I'm not allowed to actually tell you guys how much I earn, but the money coming in every month from TGN, the network I'm partnered with, which is from the ad revenue generated on these videos, it's pretty much keeping me going at the minute. I'm living off that money that comes in every month. The original £500 I had, that's gone. It's long gone. Spent that on all sorts of stuff. In fact, most of it went during Freshers Week, unfortunately. Yeah, so I'm quite literally living off of YouTube. YouTube is keeping me alive right now, and so obviously I'm thinking to myself, right, how can I kind of expand this and, you know, get myself some more money, basically. I know it sounds kind of terrible in a way, but yeah, that's life, you know. Everyone's got to put food on the table, me included. So it's got me thinking. Generally about how much in the short term I can make from this, and also in the long term. I mean, I hadn't really thought of it, but in the long term, actually, it would be pretty awesome if I could if I could one day make this my full-time job. Actually, I really enjoy making YouTube videos and all these Let's Plays and stuff like that, and if I could get paid enough to do that all the time, that would just be the most fantastic thing ever. I would just be the happiest bloody guy on the planet. But it's a long way before we can do that, certainly. But still, it's something to consider, and I've been thinking of other stuff I could put up on the channel, and other things I could do with the channel to, you know, get us going a bit more. So, for example, those opinion videos I promised you donkeys years ago that never came, well, I'm going to be trying to do some of those. And there's plenty of subjects I want to discuss, and, you know, luckily enough, actually, now that I'm here at university doing a game design course, I have access to all sorts of interesting things that I can help make opinion videos, and just general videos about interesting stuff anyway, that you guys might be interested in. I get all sorts of cool invites for things like, you know, conferences about the PS4 and Xbox One, for example. I recently got an invite to one in London. Couldn't go to it, unfortunately, because I didn't have enough money to actually get myself down there to go see the damn thing. But I get stuff like that through on a more regular basis than you might imagine. But anyway, yeah, opinion videos. I've got a few of those lined up. I'm going to need to do a bit of research, do a bit of script writing and whatnot. But those are things that are definitely going to be on the way at some point. Some of them are short and sweet, some of them are long and drawn out and rambly ranty. But either way, expect to see some more of those. So there's those. I'm also toying with the idea of doing some mod reviews. Skyrim's modding scene at the minute is ridiculously big. It's got loads of ridiculously cool stuff in it. And I wouldn't mind doing some mod reviews of mods that I use and that I think are interesting. But from the perspective of myself as what I suppose you might call a hardcore role player, you get so many mod review videos from people who just sort of don't give two shits about things like the lore of the Elder Scrolls games, or you know, the immersion factor and stuff like that when you're playing these games, and how much they can add to the role playing aspect and that kind of thing. And so I figured, why not do some reviews of, you know, mods that can help with that. I have quite a few installed already that I wouldn't mind, you know, doing some sort of reviews of, that sort of thing. It'd just be an interesting thing to do. I would quite like to do that, you know, flex my analytical muscles a bit, rather than just sort of uploading video after video of just Let's Play content, which, let's face it, while it can be a bit of a pain in the arse to actually make and upload, it's not particularly taxing on the old brain. In the same way that opinion videos and sort of mod reviews and stuff like that are. So I wouldn't mind doing some more of them. And some new mod reviews. So that's the thing that might happen at some point. Don't know bloody when exactly, but at some point I wouldn't mind doing some review videos. And, you know, we've got Fallout 4 on the horizon. You know, Bethesda obviously haven't announced it yet, but we all know it's on the way. And obviously that's going to have all sorts of cool mods for it, I'm sure, because Bethesda, you know, they're pretty awesome with their mod support and all that. So, you know, stuff to look forward to. I also, now because I've got this new internet connection potentially being installed, I want to kind of draw up some kind of schedule, basically. And finally, I know an uploading schedule for this channel. For ages it's just been like, I upload videos whenever and I deal with it. But I think it's better for me, and it's better for you guys, if you and I both know when exactly I'm going to be uploading video now. I'm not opposed to the idea at all, haven't been for quite some time. I've simply not been able to do it until, you know, the near future, because just because of the way the internet is around here. I mean, it's awful. Like, even when I'm uploading a video, even when I've literally started uploading a video, I have absolutely no idea when it's actually going to get up onto YouTube for you guys to watch. So it's a bit difficult to draw up a schedule when you have absolutely no idea when your videos are actually going to be up, even when you upload them on, you know, start uploading them on time. Because, you know, as I said, the internet can cut out, or it can go really slow. The upload time can vary by hundreds of minutes. It's impossible to tell when things are actually going to get uploaded, so that's why I've not been able to do a schedule up until now. But I'm hoping, like I said, with this new fibre optic connection, I will be able to do that. Anyway, so yeah, oh, and Alright, this isn't really related to sort of channel stuff, but some of you may be interested to know. I don't know. I'm doing a game art and design course at university, and one of the things we have to do as part of this course is we have to create a blog online. Yeah, blogs, great, I know. As kind of a reflective journal and a sort of record of all of our work that we've done. And as people potentially going into the games industry, we need to kind of self-promote ourselves a little bit as well. You know, get people to look at our work and that sort of thing. And now, luckily for me, unlike your average game art design student, I already have a captive audience of about 13,000 people. So, yeah. I have a Tumblr now, believe it or not. It's not something I ever thought I would end up doing, but there it is. I use Tumblr literally just for this blog and nothing else, but I have a Tumblr now, which has some of my work on. It's not in a fit state to be viewed yet. I'm still working on it. It's still definitely a work in progress. But at some point, I'll shoot you guys a link to it, and you can go have a look at it and see what I've been getting up to at university. You know, training to be a game designer, essentially. It may be of some interest to some people. I'm quite sure most people will probably be bored to death by it. But nevertheless, I'm going to shoot you guys a link to it anyway, so you can have a look at it, and you know, so I can shamelessly self-promote, because that's what we're being trained to do, unfortunately. So yeah, there you go. No link for that yet, but in the future, keep an eye out. I will be posting something related to that. So anyway, yeah. So almost. Oh yeah, one other thing. In near future, don't know exactly when, but in the next maybe next few weeks. I think I'm going to, probably once I've passed this deadline, I'm going to be doing another subscriber battle royale in War Thunder, like the one we did during the Camp Nijada charity stream. For those of you who don't realise or know or whatever, we towards the very end of my section of the charity stream we did a few months ago, we did a subscriber battle royale, I called it, and basically what we did was I and a bunch of you viewers got together, jumped on a War Thunder server together, and we flew around in airplanes and shot each other down and had glorious fun. And unfortunately I couldn't upload it to to YouTube, because the quality of it from the Twitch stream was pretty awful. All the sound was out of sync and all that kind of thing, and it was a bit of a mess, and it just really wasn't worth putting on YouTube. The VOD, I think, is still up on my Twitch channel if you're desperate to see it, but it's a bit ugh. But I'm going to be doing one of those soon. Whether or not I live stream it, I don't know. It'd be nice to live stream it, to be fair, but it might be just a thing I organise off camera, and then I will record as much as I can of it from my perspective, and maybe do a few replay bits from other people's perspective and whatnot. And basically, you guys will be able to come along, and we'll have fun flying around in airplanes, shooting each other down and whatnot. It'll be like custom battle events, so some of the lesser known historical battle types with completely customized flight models and stuff like that. Basically, you know, I'll have full control over how the game works and all that sort of thing when you set these things up, which is brilliant. So you don't have to stick to the rigid historical battle, custom, arcade battle model or whatever. We can tweak things and change them to our leisure, basically. We can decide if it's a night battle or a day battle, whether there's fog, whether there's clear skies, whatever, So yeah, we're going to be doing that fairly soon. If you want to keep updated on that kind of thing, I will advise you to, there'll be a link in the description to sign up on and join the Steam group for oh god, I need to change. We really ought to change the name for it now, because I've had the bloody channel name change. But anyway, at the minute it's currently called the Jingles 1215th War Thunder Squadron, which is a Steam group for everyone and anyone who is interested in playing War Thunder with one another or with me. And in that Steam group I will be posting updates on when we're going to be doing these things and that sort of thing, because eventually it'd be nice to get to a point actually where I did these things regularly, and to a schedule, and I won't be putting up videos on YouTube saying I am going to be doing one at X date at X time. It'll simply be a case of that will happen like every week or every fortnight at a certain time. Be there if you know about it or whatever, and then I will put up videos of what happened at it, that kind of thing. So if you want to keep updated on that, obviously I'll probably post things on Twitter as well about it. But if you do want to keep updated on that, and you want to be part of the Steam group, just for, you know, convenience's sake, so we all know who everyone is and that kind of thing, then yeah, join the Steam group. It wasn't me who set it up, actually. It was Aresius, who you've seen before in some of my War Thunder videos, flying along with me. So yeah, go ahead and join up to that. I will see about potentially changing the name for it. I don't know. Since, yeah, that's kind of awkward, isn't it? But never mind. Who the hell cares? For the minute. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. As far as War Thunder is concerned, yeah, I'll be putting some more of that up. War Thunder fans, I haven't forgotten about you. Believe it or not, there are some people who come to this channel purely for my War Thunder videos. Seriously, yeah, it's a thing. People do. I get emails about it every now and again. People saying, "Oh, I'm really glad you make these War Thunder videos." You know, I haven't found anyone on YouTube who does ones like this. That's why I came to your channel. Blah blah blah. So there you go. I haven't forgotten about you guys. More War Thunder's on the way. I have some pretty goddamn good historical battle footage, because I know a lot of you were like, "Oh, I want to see more historical battles," when I put up the last video. So I've got some more of those. And I have got some, well, quite a few queued up, actually, bits of footage I can use for a whole bunch of different videos. I've got a P40 Kitty Hawk themed video coming up. I've got a ME410 with a 50mm cannon video coming up, which should be full of lols. And yeah, so a bunch of other stuff, something to do with the Messerschmitts, you know, the BF-109s, I mean, that sort of thing. Lots of videos for those queued up, and they'll be on the way as soon as I can get my arse in gear and make the damn things. So there you go. And yeah, as for all the other stuff, yeah, like I said, deadline coming up, so there won't be much coming away other than Baldur's Gate for the minute. But yeah, in the future, expect Chapter 3 of Let's Play Skyrim to be on its way to you very soon. Some of you will have noticed that I did not put a "this is the end of Chapter 2" message at the end of the last Skyrim video, and the reason for that is because I am lazy and I forgot. Basically. Some people are asking why I didn't put it there, and it's because I forgot, sorry. But that was the end of Chapter 2, and Chapter 3 will be beginning shortly. As well as more Fallout videos as well. Been playing a bit of that as well. Unfortunately, I was going to have a video of that uploaded fairly recently, but unfortunately DX Story is really screwing around with me at the minute. It keeps changing its settings seemingly all by itself every time I load up the damn program. And it's getting very irritating, and as a result I recorded a full hour episode of Fallout 3. Oops, just knocked my filing cabinet, don't mind that. I recorded a full episode of Fallout 3, and DX Story recorded neither the commentary on the microphone nor the game audio, so I literally had a silent film of me playing Fallout 3, which is obviously completely unacceptable. So I'm going to have to do that all over again, and unfortunately, basically once I found out that I played it for an hour and found out the entire thing was just useless, I pretty much rage quit and decided, fuck it, I'll do this again at some point. And it's been about a week since then, and I'm beginning to think, right, okay, maybe I should actually finally go back and redo that. So yeah, so apologies for that, derp on my end. I feel like it was mainly DX Story's fault, but not mine, but you know, whatever. So yeah, anyway, that is it from me for now. We'll leave Claudius standing up here by the Skyforge, still staring out at Hierarthgar, even though it's now early evening. He must be pretty hungry by this point. And we'll be seeing some of him again soon, and that's it from him. From me, Sorcerer Dave. That's going to take some getting used to. And I'll see you all again pretty damn soon. Thanks for the patience, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.